Well, Ian Garry passed his test with flying fucking colors. That was an excellent performance. What did I say before all this shit? I said I wanted to see all these prospects tested. And while I'll admit I wanted to see Ian Garry tested in other ways, because he's a guy who I know has been dropped and hurt before. I know he's dealt with getting hit. It's still something I welcome seeing. And he was hurt badly against a knockout artist at the UFC level, Song Kanon. I know his finishes are split, but he's turned a corner where at the UFC level, not being as dominant on the ground, he is a knockout artist. And he was hurt, and he didn't go down. He stood in that fight. I do think perhaps the commentary was right that Song Kanon made a tactical error, I should say, by crowding him instead of fighting at range on the feet where he can land power shots. I think maybe that's the one spot where you don't want to crowd the opponent when he's hurt. Crowd him on the ground so his legs can't get in between you. But on the feet, get yourself at range. Anyway, he crowded Ian Garry, but Ian Garry was still getting hit with plenty of shots, and he survived. And then right after that, at the end of round one, the very end of round one, Ian Garry let him know, hey, I'm not out of this at all. And he started throwing some heavy offense in the last 5 seconds, which, looked like a moral statement or whatever the fuck. I mean, it was clear to me he lost that round, but still, whether it was psychological warfare or whatever, in the end, after the way the fight played out, it looked like it was the right move, because I don't remember Song Kanon having any offense after that first round blitz, which still, it was enough for me. I'm satisfied to have seen a heavy favorite tested like this and a young prospect, but he passed the test with flying colors, and he got that third round finish looking like a fucking killer in the 15th minute, I believe, of the fight. He just turned it up, smelt blood, and got the finish, and then strutted around like Conor McGregor or Vince McMahon or whoever. But it was an excellent performance from Ian Garry. Altogether, I know it's not the picture-perfect win, but it's his best win in the UFC. He looked incredible against Gabe Green. He got the first-round knockout against Jordan Williams. I always have to pause and think about whether it's Wright or Williams. And even in that fight, he was tagged a few times. But here, he was tested, hurt badly, preserved the round from being a 10-8 round. Not that it was even really close or whatever, but still, I loved his effort after getting knocked down and hurt. And then won round 2 and turned it up in round 3 and got the finish. Almost a picture-perfect performance, including the knockdown and everything. Just awesome. Everything I wanted to see, and a great victory for Ian Garry. Song Kanon, while this is definitely a disappointing moment for him, I feel like in general, in the fans' eyes, his stock went up just for having hurt Ian Garry. So, whatever. He can hold his head up high. But Ian Garry, I don't know what is his nickname, The Future? Whatever the fuck. Either way, whatever it is, I want to say he lived up to it tonight, and I can't wait to see what he brings next. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.